Hello, my name is Karen Kilby, and I teach in Durham's Theology and Religion department in the area of systematic theology. You might not have heard of systematic theology before. It's not something that's always part of A-level provision. So let me say a little bit about what it is. Systematic theology is the study of doctrine, of ideas and themes within Christian theology. So over the years, for instance, I've taught on things like the doctrine of the Trinity, on the nature of salvation, on the relation of faith and reason, on liberation theology or feminist theology. Something that recently I've been working on myself that I'm particularly interested in is the place of suffering in Christian thought and the question of whether, if the cross is a central symbol for Christianity, that means that suffering is somehow intrinsically valued in some way within Christian theology, and what dangers there might be there. This kind of theology is probably closest to what many will have come across as philosophy of religion at A level. It's not quite the same. I think of it as somewhat richer and more varied and having a more particular connection to one religious tradition, but in other ways similar to philosophy of religion. So it's something that you might want to try out if you come to Durham. Another role I have in the department is to be a member of the Center for Catholic Studies. One particular strength of Durham's theology department is that it has this concentration of scholars in Catholic theology and Catholic studies. It's not something you have to have anything to do with if you don't want as a student in Durham, but it's available if you're interested. So for instance, I teach a second year module normally called Catholic Theology in the Modern World, where we begin in the 19th century and we move to the present, looking at a variety of themes and struggles as the Catholic Church grapples with modern changes and various challenges. So we would be looking at the modernist crisis, at the Second Vatican Council, at the thought of John Henry Newman, even at some liberation theology and some reflection on the theological significance or the need for theological reform in the light of the sex abuse crisis. So a range of things there. I'm sorry to have to communicate this way. It would have been much nicer to greet you in person and get to know you a bit. But like many of my colleagues, I look forward to meeting many of you, I hope, in October. Until then, I hope you keep safe and well. Goodbye.